Okay, here's a quick run through of the current state of play. Right, as we've seen before, we start off with the budget list, select the budgets we want to compare, hit the compare screen, compare button, and we get our comparison dialog with the all the different levels at different nodes on the tree on the left. Um, we've got the thing I showed you the other day, which is to double click on the header in order to change any column, where you can change some of the editable parameters and see what effect it has. And now I've added the drill down on here, so you can drill down into any row now as well. And this is the way that looks like, where you would, if you're at the firm level, then you'll see all your departments. If I was at the sub-department level here, and I drill down, I would automatically see the work groups. But if I start off at the firm, close this, start off at the firm, drill down to the departments, then from here as well I can also drill down into the work groups for any one of these departments. So that's how the drill down works here. So that gives you all your various drill downs, although there are, I suppose, other juxtapositions you might want, and there's also the printing element to consider, which is why I've mocked up an Excel rendition of this, which you'll be able to invoke by double clicking on the Excel icon. That's what this looks like. And basically I've taken the same block of data as we've got as is displayed in the underlying dialog, and I've created a block for each of the nodes in the tree in a hierarchical way down here as well, grouped by department and work group. The grey is the firm overall, the blue ones are the department accumulators, and the yellow blocks are the individual work groups. So we can now use the filtering in Excel to simulate what we had on the other screen, or bring various things together on one screen depending on how you want to run the filters. Oh, I did something here and switch the filtering off. So hang on, let's just put filtering back on. So if I wanted to look at any one department, let's just move this. If I wanted to look at just any one department, I can select, say, private, and I will see the private department and its work groups below it. Or I could just focus in on any one single group, if that's all I wanted to look at, and effectively simulate one of the dialogues from the underlying screen there. And from here, obviously, we can reformat this from a layout, presentation, printing, distribution point of view, any which way we like. The other thing you can do here is, because we've got the whole of the firm in all its splits in one place, we can compare right across the firm. So if I got rid of, say, if I looked at just the individual all the groups right across the firm here, then I can do things like filter on any one of these rows. I don't know, compare that, and do this, for example. Not quite sure what happens if I select two of them together. And well, again, it's another possible view you might want to look at. But you do have a fair amount of flexibility here in terms of what you bring up. Basically, that's about it. I can't think of any other kind of drill downs or ways of inspecting these numbers that you might want to do, which isn't covered, which you couldn't accommodate either within this spreadsheet or within the dialog here. And of course, moving forward, there's no reason why we couldn't eventually put, if this is a good way of looking at this sort of data, why some of these spreadsheets, some of these budgets couldn't actually be actual figures that we pulled in. But that's a separate issue we can look at downstream. Okay, that's all for now.